G'day, ZiggyD here, back for part 4 of my Path of Exile Open Beta playthrough. I'm progressing my way through the rocky climb right now, on the way to the jails section and Brutus. But I just wanted to give you guys a few notes on this area, because this is one of the more dangerous areas in Act 1 actually. So, my pretty much main goal through here is to mostly run past everything. Every now and then I'll shoot some larger packs when there's not too much risk to myself, and that'll also help me refill my Quicksilver flask. For the most part, you just want to really avoid fighting this. As a ranged character, it's not quite as bad because you can kite them reasonably, but whoa, so we'll just head through here very carefully. But as a melee character, those leaping goatmen are a real danger, so unless you're particularly well geared or over leveled, most of this section is one that you want to skip over. I am going to grab some chests and things like that though, just to help me get any extra gear I can. But I don't particularly need to level through here. I'm level 9 at the moment and the zone's level 8, so I'm doing pretty well in regards to character level. I'm actually probably too high for super efficient leveling. Often if you're really trying to rush through, you stay like 2 levels below your zone. To the point where, you know, you're risking yourself a bit, but it depends on how you want to balance the risk and reward for high gold. So these are nice easy skeletons, and they're also an elite pack, so I'm going to kill off these guys because they will have good loots and give good experience. So there we go. So we're in the lower prison, and one cool thing that I've noticed they've added is these openable doors. This is a nice little atmosphere addition to the game. I quite like this zone in general, like this first thing. Not particularly to fight through, but just in terms of atmosphere. And it's cool to see him add little things like that just to improve the game. So obviously that also adds an extra element of danger if you're trying to really quickly escape from a mob pack and you get caught on doors. So the most important tip for this zone here is to just always keep moving, because you really want to miss as many, you really want to dodge as many of those lightning arrows as you can. And keep an eye on the top left of your screen for those shock stacks, because if you are getting shock stacked, then you really want to avoid fighting for a while until those stacks wear off. Remember, every single shock stack adds 40% extra damage, so 1 or 2 shock stacks and then having a mob crit you is pretty much enough to one-shot you, so it's definitely something you want to be conscious of. Now, obviously these the necromancers in here that resurrect these mobs are quite annoying, so if you do kill off a bunch of skeletons and zombies and they start getting resurrected, don't bother killing them again. You only get experience for them the first time round. So just kill them off and keep moving, basically. I usually skip over most of this zone here, just kill off the juicy mob packs. So I grabbed that waypoint, that was good, I found that nice and easily. There is a mini-boss in here, Chatterbone, or Chatters, who is quite tough if you're melee. He's not too bad as ranged, quite easy to kite, but he can definitely, he uses cold as his main attack. I think he uses like a clay shell hammer style attack. And that can really freeze you and do quite a lot of damage, so you don't want to get chained frozen by him. So as a melee, you can either try and take him on by kiting him, or you can just avoid him. But then as a ranged character, it's pretty easy to just kite him. So I'm just going to kill off a few of these and then keep moving. I really don't want to keep killing mobs that I've already killed. It's just kind of pointless in the end. Just a waste of arrows. Just a waste of arrows. So let's go into the upper prison there. We're getting through here pretty quickly. I managed to carve a nice path through there. Didn't really get too lost. There is pretty good potential of getting lost in these zones and ending up in little rooms and hallways. The upper prison's always a little bit worse, so we'll see how we're going here. Alright, so we're making our way through the upper prison section, and I've just we're coming across these Axiom Frost Guards here. Remember how I was saying you really want to keep moving through these zones? This is sort of what I was talking about. If you keep moving, most of the time these guys won't hit you. But if you stand there and get like hit by 3 of them at once, they can kill you instantly. So you want to be very careful with these guys. I think they're also elemental resistant as well, so if you're using specific elements, then you might just want to skip over them because it can take a long time to try and kill them. So we didn't really actually want to go this way, so let's head back down there. Now it's about 2 PM in Australia, and it's really starting to heat up. We've had a pretty hot series of days, and oh man, the day we moved most of our furniture for the house, we took up basically 2 trailers, a horse float and a trailer, to move everything into our new house, all the big stuff, and it was like 38 degrees Celsius for Americans, which I don't know what that translates into US temperatures. I believe it translates into bloody hot, So yeah, it was a bloody hot day. And we were unpacking stuff, heavy furniture out of horse float right in the thick of it. So that was fun, but it's all in the house now. We've just got to set it up, and hopefully I'm going to call my ISP at some point today and find out how far off that internet is getting set up, because I'd love to get set up in my new, well, it's basically a massive studio, and start making videos in there and things like that. I've also had someone contact me about possibly doing a Path of Exile podcast, so that's something else I want to look into and get set up for. So lots of exciting things going on. I'm just keen to really get back into YouTube hardcore and full time. I want to be getting like 1 or 2 videos out a day, and have a really, more importantly, have a really consistent schedule of videos, like, so you guys know exactly what you're getting on what days of the week and that sort of thing. So I'll post more videos about that in the future, and a few people have requested a walkthrough of my new house once I've set up, so I'll definitely be doing that, showing some of the cooler aspects of the new studio room. For those of you who missed the other video I did, it's basically the house used to be an old shop, so like a takeaway shop in Australia, which they were often joined onto normal houses. It's got, basically means it's got this huge room in the front section that is we're turning into our sort of YouTubing and computer gaming studio. So pretty cool stuff. Alright, let's just kill off a few more things here. We've got the warden's quarters there. I don't really think I'm gonna have enough here to really level up or anything, so we'll just go in. I'm feeling pretty decently geared, and I should be able to take on. I keep going to say the Butcher. He is an homage to the original Diablo 1 Butcher,
An exile here. A shame the warden won't leave anything for me.
Brutus is the actual name. Brutus, the Butcher, the Warden. Incredibly confusing. But we'll head through there, and I'll cut to them. Alright, so we're about to head into the Warden's Chambers. Let's set up our poison arrow ability, since that's what we're most slowly going to be chipping away at him and using that AoE effect, and I might hit him with a few burning arrows if I got. But this is a dangerous fight, especially because it often causes quite a bit of desync. So what I'm going to do is open up a portal scroll and advance. So getting a nasty amount of lag too. I'm sort of just going to kite around a bit until the lag sort of settles down. Just Brutus for some reason seems to cause a lot of desync on my internet, so I'll just hit him with these poisons, and so we can basically watch his health go down there without being at too much risk ourselves. Whoa! So you can see I sort of had a bit of a lag spike there, so we're just going to play very cautiously. And if our potions run back, we'll head back. If our potions run out, flasks run out. I should really focus on the right terminology, but if our flasks run out, we'll head back to town and get them refreshed. So let's just keep a wall between him and us. I don't think there's been any changes in the Brutus fight since closed beta. He originally never had this hook fight, and he was basically a joke if you're a ranged character. Very difficult as a melee character, because he did have that blood wave attack there. But not having that hook attack made him very easy to kite. But obviously he's a lot more harder now than he was before. And he can do a lot of damage if you're not prepared for him. But I've got plenty of life, so he's not really going to be one-shotting or anything. Just need to watch out for that mystery damage that seems to happen a lot. So we'll just keep chipping away with that poison. So if you are an archer and you don't need any other skill gem when it comes to the poison arrow, depends on if you're going for split arrow and things like that. I actually found poison arrow in this one, but if you can get your hands on a poison arrow, or even fire trap is another good option. I also found a fire trap. You can pick up fire trap as a quest reward. Basically get anything that allows you to deal damage sort of indirectly to him. Otherwise you're going to have a much harder time, because you got to sort of stand still as you hit him there. But we're doing okay, just slowly chipping away at him. Nothing really, we just don't want to get hooked in and then have him slam down with a blood wave and get a crit on us or anything like that. My biggest issue with this fight is just that it can be very unpredictable. Like sometimes you'll dodge and things like that, and then other times like you won't get hurt there, and then you'll have mystery damage like a few seconds later. So it can be kind of weird. So it looks like we've got a few things here. Let's see. Oh, we've got a 1 blue longbow.
I believe in traveling light.
Some superior. So I'll sort out this guy. I'll sort out this gear here, and then I'll cut through to the next episode. I'll see you guys then. I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.